What's going on, everyone? Talen here, and welcome to another uniform review video. So, we have two new uniforms here, and these are going to be the limited time uniforms for this year's Halloween, and we have Weapon Hex and Abomination. And both these uniforms are going to be classified as zombie uniforms, so the support from, was it Falcon or Wong? Whichever one of them gave support will also carry over now to these uniforms here. And I believe Weapon Hex here, well, she is the paywall one, as you can see here for the tokens, requires 30 tokens. But yeah, applies to zombie allies for her uniform effect. So yeah, let's go ahead and take a look here. We've got increased damage to superhero and supervillains by 45%. And when debuffed, remove debuffs for 12 seconds on a 20-second cooldown. So really nice passive there for support. And then it's going to change the effects of both of her passives on her normal skills here, her tier 2 and tier 4, and her 4-star passive. So we have Undead Magic here. All right, so increase a guaranteed crit by 30%, decrease damage received by 35%, and then we have the continuous heal when below 99%. 4-star passive is going to, it's going to be another support here. So activation rate when HP is below 5%. Apply to zombie allies, HP does not drop below 1 for 7 seconds. Immediately dies when the effect ends. Interesting. So it's not like a permanent invulnerability where if you survive and then you are able to use some skills that heal you up, you'd be able to continue the fight. Now, as soon as this timer runs out, even if you've healed back up the full health, it looks like you're just going to immediately die. So keep that in mind. This is just like a last-ditch effort here. Can maybe help you finish out the last couple bars of a boss fight, so it could come in handy. So that's pretty cool. That's interesting. We don't have any effects like that. I mean, we have some effects where if you go down to 1 HP, it will prevent you from dying, but not where it just kills you afterwards. First skill, literally nothing. Literally nothing on the first skill. Wow. I don't think I've seen that on a skill in a long time where it just literally only says like energy damage. It always says some other kind of effect like burn, incapacitation, or, something weird like silence. But this one is literally nothing else. Second skill, like that. It always has something like a bleed or, I don't think I've really seen a plain skill like that in quite a while. But still, this skill is pretty much plain because it just does those random effects to enemies, which does not work in World Boss. Third skill, we have accumulate 12% of pure damage when attacking, 1.2% for 1% of pure damage accumulated, so it's 120% accumulation there, so that's pretty dang good. That would be not quite premium, but it's not on the low end either, so I'd say that's high end in terms of the accumulation. And it is when attacking now. I think she was when hit before. Did she not even, I don't even think she had accumulation before, because this is her first uniform, so she definitely needs this. So hopefully it's going to be a much needed upgrade for her. All right, fourth skill, we've got enable attacking enemies who are in iframe. We have a 40% chance to penetrate super armor, barrier, shield, all damage, immune, and invincibility. So that is everything there. And it gives her invincibility for 5 seconds and then increases the next attack by 50%. And fifth skill, so we have a 25% heal, increase all attack, all defense by 45%, 5% speed, and 30% crit rate with damage immunity for 5 seconds. So she's got quite a bit going on actually with these skills here. So looking pretty good, at least from the skill descriptions. But now let's hop into the skill preview and actually see what the animations look like. Oh yeah, she gets her tier 4 from this as well, so that's actually really nice. She is going to be a super villain with this uniform, just like all of the other zombie uniforms. So do keep that in mind as well. If you decide to tier 4 her or use her in World Boss, that hero supports will no longer work for her. But yeah, first skill. Okay, just a few slashes there. Second skill, a jump and a lot of slashes. Third skill, got the whirlwind and then striking on the ground. Ooh, that's pretty cool. Fourth skill, and some magic sigil there and some slashes. Looking pretty good so far. Let's see what the fifth skill is. There's like some zombies out of the ground that explode, it looks like. Okay, so We can probably cancel that one. Do we still, yep, we guess still get all the zombies. The third skill was thrown where she hits the ground. Can we cancel that early and still get that ground? No, not if you instant cancel it. And then the fourth skill was this one right here. So I'm pretty sure we want to proc on the fourth skill. So probably going to do 3, hit the ground, and then 5, cancel into 4 if I had to guess. Actually, how short is the animation here for the fourth skill? And then second skill. Oh, the second skill gives us the accumulation though, doesn't it? No, that is the third skill, right? Yeah, so I'm still thinking like 3, 4, 5 for her rotation here. And let's see what's 6. So not much has changed here. It's just the kind of animation for like the chaotic energy for the chaos magic is pretty much the only change there. Okay, well, let's see what they say. Do we want to add another thing? No, just, oh, 3, yeah, 3, 5, 4, that's what I was saying. And we wait until she hits the ground, right? Yep, and then we cancel. Yeah, that looked like the right rotation. And then we probably want to cancel her awakening skill. Yeah, awakening skill, we could probably instant cancel. Yep. And then we just go into those. Very good. All right, yeah, so she's looking pretty good. I expect her to do some significant damage, especially with that nice accumulation that she has. So I am curious to get her uniform here. Of course, I'm going to wait for the login tokens to save a little bit of money, but I should be picking up this uniform. And when I do, I will finish working on her. I have her transcended. I don't think I have a CTP on her, so I'll probably throw a CTP of Rage on her because she does look pretty good. Yeah, so that's Weapon Hex here. Again, I think she's going to be a solid character. I don't see any reason to doubt her capabilities from the preview there. And now we're going to move on to Abomination, which is another character that's getting a first-time uniform. Abomination's kind of been left in the dust for such a long time, and we have him looking like Bane here. Look at that. He's got all the tubes going into him and everything. Kind of crazy looking. Hydra's secret weapon here. Alright, so it changes both of his passives, and then he gets a 20% increase to damage or chain hit damage. He gets a 20% skill and 20% bonus damage increase, and he decreases damage received by 25%. Alright, so Tier 2 passive, we have applied to gamma radiation allies. Ooh, we ignore dodge by 45%. Very happy about that. And then increased damage dealt to supervillains and superheroes by 60%. That's actually a premium support there. 60% is really good. Normally you get like 45, maybe 50, but 60, I'll take that. And that's, yeah, for all Hulk or gamma radiated characters. And then his leadership is for zombies. Okay. So they kind of spread everything out. We have like 2 characters that are supports, and then we have him being a leader, but not a support, which is interesting. So you kind of need to have like what? Abomination lead, Weapon Hex support, and then Doctor Strange can be your DPS, maybe, with these zombie uniforms. Kind of initial impression right there, but anyway, first skill we have poison. Second skill we have a barrier, 10 hits for 4 seconds. Third skill we have super armor, we have all defense increased by 30%, and then we have accumulation for damage when attacking, and it is a 1% buff, so he gets 100%, whereas Weapon Hex got 120%. But he does have a few more, or his uniform gives him a few more buffs than her uniform did. I guess she takes advantage of that too because she is a zombie classification. So I guess maybe she does get more buffs than him. Fourth skill, we've got increase all attack, all defense by 50%. We have 1% speed and 40% crit rate, and then damage immunity for 5 seconds. And then the fifth skill, we have invincibility for 5 seconds, increase character size by 30%. They like to do that for the Hulk characters, make them a bit bigger. And then we have increase all attack by 40% and all defense by 40%. Looking very similar buffs in terms of Weapon Hex is uniform. So very similar there for the numbers and the things that they're getting, except I don't see any healing on him. Oh, it's not showing his 4-star passive. Was this 4-star passive a continuous heal? Because if it's not shown here, that means it didn't change it. And he's a pretty old character. I don't remember he had continuous healing, so I'll definitely need to check that. Yes, he does have continuous healing. I just checked his passive here. Just wanted to double check on that. Alright, so now we get to check out his skill animations here. Alright, first skill. Just punch and then blast him with some poison gas there. I mean, the skill does poison, so that makes sense. Second skill. Big jump and crash to the ground. Third skill. Barrage of punches there. Fourth skill. Just pumping some toxic goo into the ground there. And fifth skill. God. Just poison everywhere. Big old poison cloud, and now he's like poison leaking off of him. All this toxic, noxious gas is coming from this guy. Alright, so I think we're going to... I mean, we can cancel so many of these skills because he just gets this continuous kind of damage with that circle around him. And the fourth skill, could we have... I mean, that ooze still comes out of the ground. I'm not sure what skill I even want to proc on. Third skill, maybe? Okay, kind of short. Second skill, also. All of his skills are very short. I feel like you're definitely going to want to put a rage on him with how short his skill animations are. But it looks like you can cancel pretty much everything. I guess you'd probably want to proc on 3 as your ending skill. So probably do that, that, and then that. I can barely even see what's going on with all the green clouds in the air. Second skill. Yeah, I kind of want to just do 5, 4, 3. And then just do 2 after that, because you're definitely going to still have time up on your rage. But, oh yeah, let's see his tier 3, because this is... Yeah, he's just getting his tier 3 right now. I don't think he had it before, did he? I mean, I haven't paid attention to him, because I hate when they give characters tier 3, or, yeah, tier 3s, but not like a new uniform or some kind of buff to the character. Interesting, just hits the ground a couple times, and we have the big explosion. It looks very similar to Hulk's tier 3, except he's kind of moving around a little bit more, or doing a few more punches. Hulk kind of just hits the ground a couple times while stationary and get that big pillar. And I think you should be able to cancel that. No? Okay, so you cannot cancel that, so that'd probably be what you want to proc on, so I'd probably do 5, 4, 3, tier 3. Yeah, alright, anyway, let's see what they think. Yeah, that's what I thought. And you cannot instant cancel... Yeah, you want to wait till it hits the ground for the fourth skill, right? Yeah, reset. Yeah, so as soon as he punches the ground, do that. And then this one, yeah, end with the... It's just what I thought. Oops, sorry, hit the fifth skill again instead of the tier 3. I mean, he looks like he's going to be pretty good. I don't know. Not really sure how I feel about the uniform. It looks like he'll be decently strong, but I don't expect him to be like top tier. I do kind of want to get this uniform though, just to try him out. And I like to pick up limited uniforms if I can, because then, you know, I just have it and I don't have to wait till next year to get it. And by next year, he probably, well, hopefully would have another uniform or another buff. Yeah, I think I'll pick that up just because it's a limited time uniform. And then now I have an excuse to build him because my Abomination has been just gathering dust for the longest time now. So I'll get to work on building him up. I'll decide what I want to put on him. Probably a CTP of Rage just for testing, and then, well, I'm already low on crystals, and then use some crystals to unequip it if I don't like him. I don't know. Let me know in the comments below if anyone's already built him up, if you've put a rage on him. I'm curious to know what your impressions are in terms of his damage. Right now, I think he's going to be probably just above mid-tier, slightly high-ish tier, like low high-end tier maybe. Yeah, anyway, that's going to be it for this video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed, and of course I will catch you in the next one.